doesn't?
Yeah, barbecue's great.
Have you managed to get to any good restaurants while you've been here?
Oh yeah, I had ramen last night.
Oh yeah, good.
Oh my god, in like Chinatown area.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Was it Chin Chin you went to?
Oh, we did that our first night here, actually.
It had the bunny.
Oh, that's so good too. Chin Chin's so good. Yeah, no, we got ramen last night. We got, oh my god, the fish and chips here.
Oh, really?
That's my favorite food. Is fish and chips.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to England?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You would love that.
Yeah.
I'm originally from England.
Oh, amazing. I literally eat fish and chips every day. When I'm like over in England, it's every day.
Oh my god,
Every day.
really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I wish I could eat fish and chips every day and look like you.
I mean, it comes, with a price. I'm like, I'm going to take a nap. Thank you.
Okay, let's get going. I think
Yay.
we're all set up. We're all good. Everything looks like it's rolling. That's rolling. Okay, let's start off easy then. So what plans have you got then while you're in Australia?
Okay, so this whole week, I've been really working a lot, but my goal, hopefully tomorrow, is to go see some koalas and some little baby kangaroos. But I saw a wallaby for the first time online today, and that might be my new favorite animal.
Cute.
Yeah, I'm obsessed.
You really should go to Taronga Zoo.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so if you love the view here,
Yes.
imagine this view, but with like two giraffes standing.
Oh.
So like the way they are standing, they have the view. It's incredible.
That sounds amazing.
And you know how there's Mudang?
Yes, of course.
There is a pygmy hippo there.
Oh.
I can't remember its name, but it's not Mudang, but she's a cutie.
But basically
Basically Mudang.
Got it.
So
it.
if you get a chance, go to Taronga Zoo. You'll love
that is really good to know.
So
Yes.
yeah, that would be amazing. Okay, let's talk about your Australian fans.
Yes.
Because we love you so much.
Yes.
Tell me about, first of all, the reaction to you coming to Australia. How was that?
Yes. So I have the best fans in the world. I can see all the numbers on my back end stuff. And so I could see that there was a really great presence here in Australia. I got here a couple days ago, and every day that I've been out, I've had people coming up to me and being like, I love your music. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you're here. And it's insane to actually be here in real life and experience you in real life. It's like it's not just numbers. Sometimes it's hard as an artist and you're looking at the numbers and it's like, no, these are real people, like really real people.
What I loved about when I saw that you were at the claw machine,
Yes.
I'm just like, she's just walking around in the city, just being Tanner Adell, just
Yes.
like a normal person. And I'm like, how can Tanner Adell just literally just walk around and go to a claw machine and then make a TikTok in there as well?
Yes.
How do you do that?
I mean, I try to be as normal as myself as possible and just finding the little things. I work a lot. I'm a workaholic and I'm constantly thinking about work. And so it's really great to find the little things that bring me joy during the day to just get away for a second. So I'm obsessed with the Million Life claw things. I won a little bunny. It's a keychain and it's on my phone. And I love dessert. So that's my thing, games and going and finding yummy desserts to eat throughout the day.
What's your favorite dessert that you've had then since you've been here?
Oh, I had mango sticky rice yesterday and it was so good. And that was in the middle of the day. That was at 2:00. And I was just like, we need to go over there and get that.
I love
it was so good.
See, I'm seeing why I love you so much, because you've got everything. You're such a girl's girl as well.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm especially with Buckle Bunny and things like that, being a girl's girl is such an interesting term, but I genuinely just love women. I've just always loved all of my cousins that are girls. We were always really tight growing up. Me and my little sister are really tight. I've just grown up with women who I admire and love. So it's always fun to find my girlfriends in all of these cities all over the world.
So how does that then feel that now you're a role model to so many people? How does that make you feel? Is that a huge responsibility?
It's weird because I don't think about it until someone brings it up like that. And then it kind of brings me back for a second. And maybe being, a role model to younger girls it's a lot of pressure for sure. But I think I try to be a good person, you know, and I try to be like, no, I don't try. I'm not saying I try. Like I have to try really hard to be good. I just mean I want people to be able to bring their kids to my concert, you know, and feel like, oh, like my 3-year-old is singing along to Adell songs. Like I want that to be okay. You know what I mean?
Let's talk about Buckle Bunny then.
Yes.
It's one of my favorite things to explain to people what a Buckle Bunny is.
Yes.
Because I didn't know that until I first spoke to you. So let's just recap again then. What is a Buckle Bunny?
So the traditional term Buckle Bunny is a word that is used in Western rodeo culture to describe a woman who gets dressed up to go to the rodeo to sleep with the winning cowboy because they take home these huge buckles when they win, and usually like a big cash prize or something. So they're kind of like trying to get their money or whatever. And I was called a Buckle Bunny when I was a teenager because I liked to get dressed up to go to the rodeo, to go into town. And from that point on, it kind of stuck with me in feeling like, okay, if being a Buckle Bunny means like I'm just being confident and doing my hair or getting my nails done, or I just want to look cute, if that's what a Buckle Bunny is, then I'm absolutely a Buckle Bunny. But I wanted to take the term and kind of change it, and now it's Buckle Bunny is like an aesthetic now. And it's something fun and cool, and now we're all Buckle Bunnies. Bella Hadid is a Buckle Bunny. But she actually rides.
Is she actually a Buckle Bunny?
Oh, absolutely. But it's like she rides horses because she's super like trained Western. I think also like English riding too. But this summer she's been, I think her boyfriend was like a cowboy, was one of the wranglers. And she's been popping out in her hats and the jeans. And I'm just like obsessed. I'm like, yes, Buckle Bunny. Yes. Love her.
Perfect picture of a Buckle Bunny.
Yes.
The country aesthetic is really in.
It is.
I think it's because of
insane.
you. I think
No.
it's because of you, personally. Explain to me, what is the country aesthetic to you? The Buckle Bunny aesthetic, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, the Buckle Bunny / country aesthetic, it's so hard because this is just like this is casual for me. I love getting dressed up and rhinestones on this, rhinestones on that, pink and purple. I think the cowgirl aesthetic, Buckle Bunny aesthetic can really be whatever you want it to be. It's just like having the confidence to wear it. So if you're going to wear a hat, don't be like, should I wear a cowboy hat? Like, I'm not a cowgirl. Like, put on the hat. Put it on. Put on the boots. Like, just be confident in it. I think that's something that with farming even and rodeo, like, there's so much confidence behind that to know what you're doing. And that's really what the uniform is. It's confidence.
Oh, I love that.
Period.
I need to listen to this on repeat every morning.
The uniform is confidence.
I'm going to have that as like my wake up alarm in the morning. And I'm like, okay, now I'm ready to go.
Yes.
Speaking of cowboys.
Yes.
I can't believe a cowboy broke your heart. And I can't believe
too many times
someone could break your heart.
Because I know.
You were clearly the heartbreaker.
Oh, I was saying like, yeah, I wish I was colder. I wish I was not as soft as I am. I think people probably have a certain perception of me just from social media, and that's the only way that you really get to know people these days. And I put out my exterior, but I'm very soft. And a cowboy did break my heart, a real cowboy, but also a Dallas Cowboys fan. And so it kind of has a double meaning a little bit. And I wanted him to know that it was about him, you know? So I figured that was the best way to write it, was a cowboy broke my heart.
I saw that you were performing that song, and you do get a bit teary.
It's hard to sing. It's really hard to sing. Cowboy Break My Heart gets me emotional for sure. And we did kind of a slower, like acoustic version of it. But that's how it was written. It was written first as like a song you could cry to. And the lyrics, once you really kind of take them apart, like, I gave you everything, the moon and the stars. Like, I wanted it to be way more upbeat and more of like a screw you type of singing, yelling, screaming song. But at its core, it really is like, it's deep, from deep within me.
How could he?
Literally.
Like, who does he think he is?
That part.
Men disappoint me a lot.
Same.
Right? Like, seriously.
Not all men, but always men.
But always men.
But always men.
Let's not talk about men anymore.
Yeah. Boo.
Let's talk about something way better. Dogs. Your dogs.
Ah, yes. My dogs are almost 3 years old, so they're babies, but I've watched them mature this year and really see their personalities, and it's like, wow, you're like a little person in there. It's amazing. Their names are, okay, there's a trend with me. I love food. I love dessert. One of my favorite like sweet snacks is from Hawaii, and it's butter mochi. I could eat it all day, every day. And so I named one of my dogs Butter, and the other one is named Mochi. So together they are Butter Mochi. It's my favorite snack. Yeah, but I love them. I miss them.
I think when we did our Zoom, you had your dog, which was slightly off camera.
Yes.
And my cats were like, who's this? And I'm like trying to do Zoom, and they're like, hi.
Cats are definitely like a little smarter, I think, than like my dogs. I try to show my dogs like on FaceTime. I'm like, here's grandma and grandpa. No, they're just like not. But I feel like cats kind of get it. Cats are like lucid. Dogs are just kind of in their own like world. Well, mine are. I have little baby ones.
My cats have met every country artist out of Nashville at this point on Zoom.
You should bring them to. I was going to say you should bring them to Writing Arts.
Can you imagine with a little cowboy?
Yeah, with a little cowboy.
They're so pretty.
Oh, I would cry. I would cry.
They're ragdolls. They're so pretty.
Oh my goodness.
They are beautiful.
Yeah. Wait, so what color? Are they like white and gray?
Yeah.
Oh
like
my gosh.
Big blue eyes.
Yes.
Like big blue eyes.
Oh my god.
You would love them.
I would.
I'll send you a photo.
I love cats. I want a hairless cat.
I would love a hairless cat too.
There's this one called an elf cat. And so instead of having pointy ears, they're like round, but they're hairless. And they're kind of like dark skin. And then their ears are like little round, almost like teddy bear ears. I don't know. Look it up. Look up elf cat later. You're going to get one.
I want one.
I need one.
Let's get matching cats.
Let's get matching cats.
What's been the most important song of your career?
Oh. The most important song of my career is one that hasn't come out yet, but will be coming out soon. And it's the story of, I'm giving you a scoop here because I haven't talked about this, but we're getting closer and closer, so I might as well talk about it a little bit. But it's called Going Blonde, and it is the story of why I'm blonde.
Why are you blonde?
That's all I'm going to say. And it's not fun. It is not a fun story, I'll put it that way.
Can I just say, I've been blonde my whole life until about 2 years ago, then I went this and
you look
today,
amazing
but I want
as a
this,
redhead.
I want this.
Okay, you're going to go blonde after this for sure.
I'm going to wait till the song comes out, and then I'm literally,
period.
Mark my words,
yes.
I'm going to send you an Insta. I'm like, I did it.
Yes.
Because I was like looking at your hair, and I was like, no, I need to go back blonde. Like, this is incredible.
You look so good with like, it's like strawberry red. Like, I thought that was your natural color.
Oh my God.
It's fire.
It cost me a lot.
Fire.
It's
like.
Okay. Who has been the biggest influence in your career?
Oh. Does it have to be a musician?
It can be anybody.
Okay.
It could be your dog. It could be Butter.
I was going to say, I'm like, my dogs are pretty great. I think, there's like a wide range of like designers that I really love and have loved for a long time. But I think fashion is the biggest inspiration for me in my career. It's not just like wearing the clothes, but like I realized I went to New York Fashion Week this year, and I realized they had sent over outfits for me to wear to the shows, and a lot of these were like one of one, like samples, handmade. And there was a pair of pants You can see it on my Instagram. It's like a bell bottom kind of tan pant. And I was just looking at it, like it brought me to tears looking at it and seeing the raw edges of the hemming and just knowing that it was handmade and that there was one sample of this pant that I was going to wear. Clothes have always meant so much to me. And I've been so inspired by fashion and fashionistas, but designers my whole life. My grandmother is like the biggest fashionista of them all, and she's really who taught me about fashion and colors and what colors really suit me and colors that maybe I should stay away from that might wash me out or not bring out my eyes or whatever. She's been a huge inspiration for me. My love for fashion really comes from her. So I'll say, and I'm named after her. My middle name is Adell. So Tanner Adell is my first and middle name. And that is who I'm named after. I think she might be a huge inspiration in how I've lived my life as a person, but how I dress and how I write music, for sure. And no one's asked me that, but that's interesting. And I wasn't really expecting that to come out right now, but I'm realizing right now that I think she's inspired me, for sure.
Also, I think one thing, when I'm listening to your music and I get really into the lyrics and I obsess over them and I think about them a lot, is your incredible attention to detail. So hearing you say things about like the hemming and this and the thing that, you know, matches your eyes and all of this,
Right.
It's that real like attention to detail, but really getting deep into something.
Right. That's interesting. It makes sense. Wow. I learned something about myself today.
See, that's what I'm here for.
I love it.
That's what I'm here for. Have you done the TikTok? You know how on TikTok you can do like the color palette, the color
Yes,
theory?
I haven't done it yet, but I should do that. I'll do that today. I should do it.
There's actually a place in the city I went and got mine done.
Here?
Yeah, in Sydney. In the city.
What's it called?
I'll find out when we
Send
finish.
it to
I
us.
went and got it done. It was the most fun I've ever had. And I wish I'd gone with like I went on my own. I wish I'd gone with a girlfriend because it was just so much fun. Like you were there for an hour. They put a machine on your skin to check your skin color. Because I was like, I don't know if I'm cool. I don't know if I'm warm.
Right.
I slightly skew warm.
Wow.
It's so
I wouldn't
fun.
have guessed that. I would have thought maybe cool.
Yeah, but
I
it's
don't know.
I'm very sort of neutral, just skewing warm.
Wow.
So, oh my
Okay,
god,
amazing.
you would
I have to
love
go.
it.
I
will-
have to do
I'll,
that.
I'll send it to you on Insta.
Yes, send it to me.
Oh my god,
I'm going to do that.
It's like
I have
right-
some time today. I'm
it's
totally
right
going to
in
do
the
that.
middle of the city.
Okay. Done.
Oh my god.
Sold.
Okay, so let's talk about that then. So TikTok,
Yes.
how do you sort of balance being a content creator with, you know, creating music and writing and performing and everything that you have to do as an artist?
Yes. I don't really know. I don't really know how we balance everything with TikTok, with shows, with interviews, with things like that. I don't really know. You just kind of have to. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not something if you think too hard about it, it gets really overwhelming. And so I try to not tell myself like, you need to make content now. You need to make content. And just make cute videos because I want to. That's definitely been a lesson I've learned this year as my year has been absolutely stacked. It is 24/7. I hadn't had a break since February, and then I finally got a week off just right before I came to Australia. I had a week off, and it was like, I was so bored. I was like, what do I do? Like, what am I doing? And took kind of a break from social media-ish. I have someone who has some stacked up content to like release so that you don't just disappear, because you can't just disappear. But I can't think too hard about it. I just have to put my phone up and make a cute video because I want to, not because I have to.
And that really comes across. Like the content
Yeah.
is engaging. It doesn't seem forced. It
Right,
seems,
right.
You know, perfect.
I'm glad.
Perfect.
Yes.
Why do you think country is having such a moment at the moment?
I have no idea. I don't know why country music's having a moment. It's hard for me to kind of like wrap my mind around because it's just how I've always been. And I think a lot of country artists feel that way too, is we've just always been here and doing this, and it's just who we are. So it being a trend is interesting because it's just like every day for me. But I love it. I'm like, I've always wanted to take country music to the rest of the world. So for the rest of the world to kind of be a little bit interested in thinking, oh, this is kind of cool, or maybe I want to wear cowboy boots now, is like my dream come true, because I want everyone to feel like they can wear cowboy boots and cowboy hats and come to a show and be a cowgirl or be a cowboy for a night. You know, it's special.
What am I trying to say? I feel like in some ways you are very much like the poster, what's the phrase?
Yeah, poster child.
Poster child
right.
of like modern country music. And I feel like the stars have all aligned, and this is your time.
Right.
This is like all of these different elements have all come together, and this is your time to shine, and I'm so here for it.
That's so sweet.
Let's talk about, if we can,
yes.
Blackbird.
Yes.
How exciting was that? Tell me about that process and how that came about.
I have looked up to Beyonce for a long time. I've watched so many documentaries from her, and it's never been, I love her music, but it's never been her music that really spoke to me as far as making her someone that I look up to. It was never the music. It was watching the behind the scenes and how she functions as a human being doing what she does, whether it's recording music, the way she takes care of her voice. She's had her voice for a healthy, strong voice for over 20 years. A lot of people can't do that. That takes a lot of work to keep your voice in that condition. The work she puts into her choreography, her shows. I've always been inspired by her work and her work ethic and the result of her work ethic. So for her to dip her little toes, her cute little Beyonce toes, into country music, to come out with a vibe, a total vibe, a whole album, is incredible. It wasn't the first time that she had like done a little bit of country here and there, but she full send. It was a full send into the Beyonce-fied country, and to be a part of it was incredible. And it's something that I'll obviously carry with me for the rest of my life, but it's a massive stepping stone for me. And my fan base from before the Beyonce album, I have an incredible fan base that once she announced 16 Carriages in Texas Hold'em, my phone was so hot. It was exploding with tweets and comments and my phone was like glitching, because all of my little buckle bunnies were like, Tanner has to be on the album. Tanner has to be on the album. Like, of course she's going to put it. Is she already on it? Does she already know? Like, what's going on? And so it was kind of a massive win for my community of buckle bunnies once we saw that I was on the album. It was the greatest little treat for all of us to be like, okay, we did this. Amazing. I have the best, like I said at the beginning of this, I have the best fans in the world. And it was a big win for all of us. It wasn't just about me at that point. There are so many people who love and support me, listen to my music, come to my shows. I'm going on my first headlining tour next week when I get back from Australia. It's sold out in 2 minutes in the pre-sale. We had to add more tickets, add more seats, add bigger venues because it went so quickly. It's really about the fans with that one, with getting a Beyonce collab. It meant more to me having such a support system.
I remember seeing that.
Ugh.
I remember just like random things would pop up, and it was a Peloton. It was a Peloton video.
Yes, with Kendall.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kendall Toole is also one of my homegirls. I love her.
I remember seeing that, and I was like, I got to check this girl out. And that was the first time. So one of your buckle bunnies got me onto you, and I'm forever grateful for that.
Oh, that's amazing.
Please tell her thank you from me.
Wow, I will. Oh, that's so cool.
I remember seeing it and just go, this is, and what a cool thing to do for like your friend as well, like using your platform, and just what a cool thing. I just thought that was such girl love.
It is.
Okay. I think I've asked you this before, but I'd love to get an in-studio version.
Yes.
What genre do you consider your music?
I don't know if I can pin myself into one genre of music. Maybe I've been called glam country all year. I'm coining the phrase, and maybe that's what it is. It's like glamorized country music. So maybe glam country. I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of in a whole world of my own, to be honest. Whether it's Buckle Bunny was a mixtape. It's an EP. It's originally was just a couple of songs, and we added a deluxe for a couple more songs on it. And that project, I wanted it to be very clear that I could stretch myself over different lines of different genres and kind of cross-pollinate and give a little bit of everything. But that project is a really good example of my genre. It's eclectic. It's everything. I don't know. It's world country. That's what it is.
Everything world country, glam country.
Yeah.
I don't even care. I just love it.
I know. It's just me, I guess.
Let me see what I have missed. I think we got that. I'll do some ideas. I think Noz might have got you to do these in studio. Okay. What makes country fans so great?
Oh, wow. I mean, what even defines a country fan anymore, to be honest? I think what makes country music fans great is that people want to hear stories. Like, that's really what it is. When you get pulled into a country song, or at least when I do, I see a whole movie. It's like very visual. It's very detailed. I think country music fans appreciate the art of it. And once country music fans are extremely loyal, very loyal. And whether it's to a Luke Combs, a traditional country sound, or to a Morgan Wallen, which is a much more very pop country sound, once you have your people that believe in ya, country music fans go hard and are very, very strongly opinionated and very, very loyal. That, I think that is the most redeeming quality about them, is their loyalty.
Country music artists and country music fans are by far the nicest people in the whole world.
You think so?
100%.
I love that.
Everybody that's come through these doors, country music artists, I will say, are the hardest working. They are hard working. You touched on something earlier that I've just remembered that I'd love to get a bit about how you keep your voice.
Yes.
What tips and tricks?
Yes.
Are you drinking the throat coat tea? Are you doing your warm-ups? Like, how do you maintain this incredible voice?
Right. Keeping my voice healthy is super, super important. And things change from time to time, whether it's adding things or taking things away out of my regimen. But I take my voice steamer everywhere. A piece of advice for steaming your voice: you'll see artists steaming their voices like right before a show. Do not do that. Do not do that. I went to school for vocal performance, so I know everything about my vocal folds, my throat, everything that it takes to sing. I know all of it. I know the biology. I know what it takes. Do not steam your voice right before a performance. I'll never do that. It makes your vocal cords really sensitive. And that's okay, because it's healthy for them to get like a direct, like teeny tiny little vapor molecules like into your vocal folds to hydrate them. But you have to go on voice rest after you do it. So I'll only steam at night, or if I don't have anything going on during the day. But I'll only steam at night before I go to sleep, because then I get a full, like, depending on how long I sleep, 6 to 8 hours of vocal rest. Do not steam your voice before a performance. It's just not healthy. Your voice is in a very, like, compromised, sensitive state. You have to be gentle with them. So that, I do voice exercises every single day. The food that you eat contributes to that. I love spicy foods for my voice and warming up my voice, whether it's literally just eating like jalapenos. I learned that from my voice teacher. But spicy food, warm foods, and staying away from dairy.
Yeah, dairy.
Yeah.
See, I love cheese.
It'll get you.
Dairy get you every
It'll
time.
get you.
I've seen a trend on TikTok at the moment where you get like a Diet Coke and you pour jalapeno.
Yes. I've seen that.
Yeah.
Did you do it?
I haven't done it. I need to do it.
I'm a little scared.
But apparently it's really good. We'll see.
We'll see. We might see. We might not.
Maybe we will. Have you ever done a shoey? Has anybody tried to make you
No,
do a
but I'm
shoey?
expecting I'll probably have to do a couple this weekend.
Get some fresh shoes.
I'm very scared.
Get some fresh ones. And
Oh, God.
yeah, because otherwise it's,
It's your shoe.
it's your shoe. Or someone worse, someone else's shoe.
Yeah, no.
Okay, let's do some IDs.
Yes.
Actually, let's just do a wrap up for the podcast. Tanner Adell, thank you so much for joining us on iHeartCountry.
Thank you for having me.
You are our queen.
I love it.
There you go.
Thank you.